said, I'm excited as I get ready to bring to stage first our speaker for this morning. And let me tell you, you'll have a series of different segments, different topics that you will learn from today as you hear from different trainers and speakers. But we want to kick off today by hearing why Nu Skin and what this blessing and opportunity can do for you. Some of you might be new tuning in right now. Some of you are connecting in as guests, and we welcome you. And we're excited for you to be able to hear the first segment where we tell you what Nu Skin is all about and how this power partner of ours and this company is a magnificent company, a beacon of light and hope to every and anyone that comes in contact, not only with just our products, but most importantly, with the people that make all the difference. And so, ladies and gentlemen, to also acknowledge, we do have our two translators who will be now taking over this segment. Our Spanish translator is Monica. She was born and raised in Bolivia. She currently resides in Sandy. She's been in Nu Skin for about 4.5 years. She's earned 2 success trips. She loves this journey because she loves service. She is an architect by trade and also a business owner of a medical training center. She is married to Stephen Thorlickson, and they have 2 beautiful children, Xander and Katrina. And her favorite power quote is service to many leads to greatness, but also when you are in the service of others, you are in the service of God. And so this is our beautiful translator, Monica Thorlickson. Thank you so much. She's our Ruby partner, and we appreciate, because it is voluntary service again, for her to translate for us. Also, we have our Vietnamese translator tuning in live from Vietnam this very moment, and that is Angelica Ha Nguyen. She's a 2-year team elite tuning in from Da Nang. She's previously studied overseas, obtaining a bachelor and master's, and currently a PhD candidate. She joined Nu Skin with her mom. It's mother and daughter dynamic duo. And she's a very successful businesswoman as well. And she's excited to be here to serve as our Vietnamese translator. And so thank you, Angelica. Come on. I appreciate you and your support. And so with that being said, our first speaker I wish to bring to stage now to cover our company and to share with you the light and passion that she also holds in this journey for Nu Skin. She's tuning in live from Salt Lake City, Utah, not far away from where I live. And she's married to her favorite business partner, Mr. Phil Nguyen, and you'll hear from him later today as well. They have 2 beautiful children, and she's actually an attorney by trade and owns her own law firm. And so I'm just so proud and blessed to be able to bring her to the Zoom stage, someone that I have looked up to in the journey, saw her on stage for my first Team Elite University. And even till today, I continue to aspire to be like her because she is an incredible power woman, ladies and gentlemen. I wish to bring to stage our Blue Diamond partner extraordinaire, Jennifer Ha. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thanks so much, Lietta. I always appreciate getting this wonderful introduction from you, and it's a pleasure for me to be here today. And congratulations to all of you for tuning in on an early Saturday morning. I know there are many things that you could be doing on a Saturday morning, but the fact that you are here today means that you are willing to sacrifice time so that you can start a new journey that could possibly change your lives, like it has so many people around the world. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and hopefully you guys can see. I am not very tech savvy, but luckily I'm getting better as the COVID environment makes us get online and use technology for everything. Just want to build on a little bit about the background that Lietta wonderfully introduced me, and give you a little bit about. Yes.
Jen, as you continue, just FYI, your actual viewpoint of your slideshow, you might want to go into full view mode as we can see notes and other functional areas for your slideshow at this moment.
Okay, let me go like this. Give me 1 sec here. Be sure. Give me 1 sec.
All right, leaders, again, partners, don't forget there is translation available for you and your teams in Vietnamese and also in the Spanish language. And so I'm excited.
Right. Is it able to show now?
It's still showing in that same format. And so
Um,
go to display settings, maybe at the top, and yeah. Yep,
There
there
we
you go. Good to go. Thank you very much,
all
Jen.
right. And this is what they call teamwork, which what you'll learn about in a little bit. All right, thanks so much, everybody, for your patience. And I'll go ahead and get started into my story so that you can hear a little bit as to why my husband and I decided to get into this business. Now, Lietta had mentioned that I am an attorney. I've been practicing in Salt Lake City for about 12 years now. And from the outside looking in, everything looked great. My husband and I, we did everything that our parents told us that we were supposed to do, but nobody told us about the rat race, how horrible it would be once you achieved what you thought you wanted. And so we had started a family, having children, and then we realized that this American dream of the white picket fence and the professional career is not all it's cracked up to be. Once we had our second child, that was when I really wanted to have more time for myself, more time for my family. And what I was doing professionally was not providing me with what I was looking for. And it was during that time that a friend had the knowledge about Nu Skin to introduce us to this business in a presentation similar to what you are listening here to today. So I hope that what you get from TAU today is something that can help you make a decision to make some changes in your life, as it has helped a lot of people. Obviously, coming from a legal background, I'm very skeptical, and I don't tend to believe everything immediately, because I knew that I had to protect my brand, protect the reputation of my law firm, and also to protect everything that I had built up over the years, because I wasn't sure if my side hustle was something that was going to be profitable, was going to be helpful. But one of the things I learned when I went to Team Elite University, when we used to be able to go to Provo, Utah, was that there's so much about this company that's trustworthy and that we should believe in, and that there's so much that this business can bring to us that can help us change our lives. So with that, I will go into today's business briefing, because I know there's a lot of new people that are on the call today. This may be your first exposure to the Nu Skin business. So we want to give you a broad overview of why Nu Skin, and then go into the science, the technology, and some of the reasons why we're all here today making a difference in so many lives. Obviously, when the company was first founded by its three founders, one of the things that they had in mind in developing this company was that they wanted to have a company that was a force for good throughout the world, a business that could empower people by bringing rewarding opportunities, innovative products, and enriching and uplifting culture. As you saw on the call and how we interact with one another, we look at each other like a family. And really, when we're all motivated by love, that's what's kept this business moving so rapidly over the years, especially during these difficult times. Now, obviously, when you are picking a business to join, there are a few things that you should think about in making those considerations. So I'm going to talk to you about 5 key points today to help you decide. The first is the market trend. The second is the products and technology. The third is the company. The fourth is sales compensation. And finally, the timing of the current market. First, let's go into the market trends, because any type of business that you're looking to start on, you'll want to decide whether or not the timing is right for you to do this business. As we've seen over the last year and in the most recent times, everything is going online, and we are now in a world that is interconnected through social media. And through that, it makes the world a lot smaller. And there's so many people saying that if you're not online, you're going to be out of business very soon. And I think that during the 2020 pandemic, we saw a lot of businesses move online. And so people are getting very used to purchasing items online. The second market trend that we're seeing is anti-aging and health. We are seeing that this is an industry that is bringing in billions of dollars as people start to worry more about their health and their anti-aging, and looking for solutions to help them maintain their current appearance and their current health. Finally, technology and communication. We are in an unprecedented time where through a click of the button, you can talk to people all across the globe. And I know that through this Facebook Live and through this Zoom here, there are many of us that are joining from all parts of the country and maybe even all parts of the world. And finally, changing workforce and the gig economy. We are seeing that people are shifting their mindsets from the traditional thinking of working for a corporation for many years and then retiring. We are now in an age of a lot of freedom, a lot of flexibility, and a lot of people wanting to be their own bosses and having opportunities for them to do so. So these are some of the things I want you to keep in mind as we talk about the opportunities that can be brought to you through Nu Skin. Now, let's talk about the current market dynamic and the market shifts that are happening here today. Now, a few years back, there was a lot of talk about how baby boomers were shifting the market and how the demand for products used by baby boomers was rapid. We can see these trends through after the war, during the 80s, there was, this big boom of cookie cutter houses, and then subsequently all these businesses and services aimed at the baby boomers. And then the Gen X started to take over and became the controlling force. But what we are seeing now is this robust generation of millennials who have currently so much spending power, and they are taking over 50% of the global workforce. What does this mean for you when you're thinking about business? We have to think like our biggest customer base, right? People who like to purchase online, people who like freedom and flexibility, people who want to no longer be strapped in. That's who we're dealing with. That's who's going to be controlling all of the sales around the world in the coming days. And so with this shifting trend of the current population, we can see that a lot of businesses are now gearing their products and services towards this generation. And Nu Skin is the same. As we walk through the presentations here today, you'll see how our business, our products, and some of our services will help meet this generation's needs because of their spending power and because of their ability to shift markets. We have to move along with that as well. The next is new opportunities that are emerging. As the world changes, there's going to be new ways for people to make money that are no longer strapped to the traditional businesses that we are seeing in the past. Now, I'm going to bring up a couple of companies that you may be familiar with here, and many of you have likely already used. For example, let's talk about TripAdvisor. They're one of the largest travel agencies in the world, but they're not traditional. You're not going into any office. They are ran by customers doing their marketing for them through personal recommendations. Facebook. If you're on the call here today, if you're watching the live, you know what a powerful machine Facebook is. And they don't put a lot of money into creating the content. We are the people developing the content for them for free, and they are making a lot of money through that. Uber, a worldwide leader in transportation that owns no cars, that uses technologies to connect passengers to drivers around the world. And then finally, Airbnb, one of the world's largest accommodation providers with no real estate. Now, along this spectrum of businesses, where do you see yourself? Are you in a business that allows you to leverage technologies with no employees, with no infrastructure, no inventory? So I want you to keep this in mind as you see how these other organizations have been able to leverage the changing trends so that they can make money. And I'm sure that you will be able to leverage what Nu Skin offers to you to do the same. All right, so let's talk about how Nu Skin is different from the typical distribution strategy. A lot of us are familiar with manufacturing's developing the product, but developing a great product is not all that it takes to make money in your business. Obviously, there's a lot of middlemen along the way before before the product gets to the end consumer. And so I want to talk about some of this. Let's talk about the advertising, the marketing, the promotion, the overhead, the retailer profit that comes with the traditional distribution model. We see a lot of this, and by the time a product makes it to a store's shelves, there are many people that have received pay and commissions along the way before it gets into your hands. Now, how Nu Skin is different is we sell directly from the manufacturer to the consumer. And so because of that direct sales model, we are able to cut out a lot of the payments that are necessary to the middlemen so that our distributors are paid directly from the company. And because of that savings, we're able to pay 41% of the net sales in our business to distributors, to people who do the marketing. Now, but now you're probably wondering, what goes into our products? How great are the products? How do we know that it's real? So Nu Skin is a company.
All right. Sorry, Jen. You seem to have background noise. Okay, good to go. I wanted to make sure you were clearly heard. So you may proceed. Thank you.
Thanks, Leetta. The joys and pros and cons of using Zoom, right? All right. So I talked a lot about the other businesses and services that are out there on the market. And I want to give you a broad overview of the types of products that Nu Skin has. One of the things that we are most proud of is our science and technology. We are not a small company that's going to just sell lotions and potions without any type of verifiable science. We are a company that has 75 full-time scientists that are working round the clock to develop the best products and technologies for your business. And we've seen that through the years, they have been able to have 200 plus exclusive products and 28 patented technologies that have been released into the market. These scientists are scientists that not only have a reputation at Nu Skin, but they are world renowned. They have so many scientific awards, scientific posters, and most importantly, a lot of their research has been peer reviewed, meaning that there are other scientists that are critically reviewing the information that they are providing. So that gives us a level of reassurance that the science is sound, that the studies are really completed according to the proper procedures so that they can bring the best and the safest products to market for you. Because the better the products that we have, the better business that you are able to build with our Nu Skin company. Now, one of the best things about the science and innovation is that they've been able to develop a technology called ageLOC. ageLOC was originally founded through a LifeGen Technologies that was headed by Dr. Joseph Chang. And when Nu Skin saw all of the cutting edge technology and research they were doing, they purchased LifeGen Technology so that they could own all of the research and development of this amazing entity and apply it into products for your use. And so we see that through the years, all of the products that have been brought out have not only been accepted by the scientific community, but they have been adored, loved, demanded by the consumers all around the world. So in a little bit, I'll let some of our science guys talk to you about, the nitty-gritty details about the science and the research behind that, and you'll be amazed and blown away at what they discover. Now, a lot of people have talked about where they can find these products and how do you really know if they're good? Sure, the science sounds good, but not a lot of people may understand the science. But I'm like you, I want to know, are there really sales around the world? Is it being received by the market as a whole? And over the years, we've seen that we've been able to receive so many world-renowned awards from some of the most prestigious organizations for the products that we've developed. And we are so, so proud that we have actually developed the world's #1 at-home beauty device, and it's been sold out many, many times. So let's talk about this innovative product. This is our beautiful LumiSpa facial cleaning device. Now, at first glance, it may look like just another facial machine that you've all seen in the market before, but trust me, this is definitely something that is very different on the market and something that has made great, great waves out there all around the world. So this little device is actually a device that was developed by our Nu Skin scientists, and you use it 2 minutes per day, and it creates magnificent benefits: skin renewal, smoothness, radiance, refreshed skin. But the most beautiful thing is that it does not damage your skin. Now, you've seen other beauty devices out there where they are brush based. And what that does is it actually breaks up your skin. It causes a lot of damage. But with our silicone head on this device and the technology in the spinning motion, it actually increases your circulation and does not break your skin. That may sound simple, but it's those simple, small changes that has actually created this phenomenal impact on people's skin all around the world. And that's what created this amazing demand that we've had. Now, in 2017 and 2018, this was actually rated as the world's #1 at-home beauty device. And it is actually medical grade silicone, water resistance, battery operated, meaning that you could use this device anywhere, anytime. People bring it into the shower, people take it to travel. It is really your little home spa on the go. And I have used this for so many years, and now I've loved the results on myself as well. At first, I just thought, another cleaning device, but no, I cannot part with this device. Now, here are the results. What you know is that we are a publicly traded company, so any of the images that we publish has to be true and accurate results. And what you see here are images of the actual customers or distributors that have used the products. And you can see there is a definite difference in the lines and wrinkles and bags under their skin. And there's a definite guarantee that we have through some of our products and services that shows how after a certain amount of time, you will definitely experience a difference in your skin. Now, what's next? What's coming down the pipeline? Now, this is a new product that the company has that has recently been launched that I love, not only because of the price point, but because of the ease of use, and it has bioadaptive technology. Now, when I heard about bioadaptive technology, I was like, what is that? Because, I'm not a technology person. Obviously, I went to law school because I have zero math and science ability. But when I listened to Dr. Cox and all of the other scientists talk about this technology, I was blown away. Bioadaptive. That means that these products actually adjust to the environment in your skin so that it provides you with the proper amount of nutrients or moisture level that's needed for your skin. Sounds like this really cutting edge technology that you would have to spend a lot of money on. But guess what? It's super affordable. For me to have the company come up with these incredible products at such a small price point has made it so much easier to present it to millennials that are looking for easy, cheaper products to use. So keep that in mind as you think about some of the products that you can change out of your own bathroom so that you can try some of these products. And what else? So new skin, you hear new skin and you immediately just think beauty. That was what my husband thought about when he started this business. When I said, let's look at the business, and he heard new skin and he just thought, no, not for me. I'm a guy. I'm not going to be into any beauty products. But you've got to understand that new stands for nutrition. And that's the other component of our business, is that we have scientists that are also working on taking care of you on the inside. And so whenever you have a combination of healthy inside and nurturing the outside, there's no doubt that you will become the best version of yourself. And what you see on the screen is some of the incredible nutritional products that we have that have come on the market recently. In the past, all of our products were kind of bundled into an entire package. Like we used to have a product called Life Pack Nano, but now, as you see, with the people changing health needs, the company has decided to break up some of the products into what you see on the screen: the vitamin D, the zinc, the magnesium, to help supplement your health needs. And what is amazing about it is that you're only taking what your body needs. And so that is something that we are very proud of. Now, a lot of people, when you think about supplements and nutrition, Some people don't believe that they work, others say it's just filler. But I'm here to tell you that, yes, a lot of the products that we see on the market are full of fillers, and there's been controversial stories about those. But the most amazing thing about our Nu Skin products is that we have so many products that we are able to prove the difference through our amazing machines and devices to show the absorption in your system. Now, if you haven't had a chance to get scanned, I suggest that you contact whoever invited you to this business briefing so that you can scan and see where your antioxidant level is and how that can dramatically change as you start to take the supplements. Okay, so many ways to enter this business. You heard me talk about how the scientists have developed hundreds of products through the years, and it has allowed us to reach many different consumers in many different markets through many different products. You see on the social selling side, we've got the quick money makers, the items that people love to see online, the toothpaste, the lip gloss, the tanners. On the beauty device side, I am confident to say that they are not many competitors in the markets that have the same beauty devices and the same guarantees that we have. Finally, nutrition, actual healthcare products that we can measure the difference in. Now, I talked a little bit earlier about that little device that can measure your antioxidant level. If you look at the lower left-hand screen, you can see there's a machine on there. And this machine is called the Biophotonic Scanner. And it's a technology that we are very proud of because it scans your antioxidant levels, lets you know where you're at. Antioxidants, as we all know, is something that helps, repel free radicals to help protect your body. A lot of people don't know where they're at, and they start taking supplements and they don't really know if they're working. But with our company, we can actually scan where you start when you start taking the supplements. And then after 90 days, if you start taking some of the products that are shown on the screen, such as the LifePak Nano, the G3, the R Squared, and you scan yourself again, and if you don't see a difference, the company will issue your money back. That's how confident they are when they are saying that they are developing world-class products that you can see and feel the difference in your body. And finally, a global opportunity. This is a business that we can share with people all around the world using technology, looking for people who are looking for opportunities. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about our company, because hopefully by now you've been impressed with the products and the money that can be made. So who's our partner? Is this a company that we can really trust and put our name to? Because that was something I was really concerned about, because, attorneys, we survive, we live and die by our reputation. And I didn't want to be linked with any company that was not trustworthy. So let's go over the facts and the numbers, okay? Nu Skin is a company that has been on the market 35 years, and it's been able to open up nearly 50 markets over the past few years. Especially in 2019, you saw that its revenues grew by $2.4 billion. And finally, it's publicly traded. What does that mean? Publicly traded means that there is a lot of transparency. That's right, folks. You go on there, you type in NUS, you can see the numbers, the revenues, the profit and loss statements, things like that. And they're regulated by the SEC. So all of that helps us know that our company is operating with clear transparency so that we can trust and we can know that this is a company that we can do business with for a long, long time. So what's our vision? We want to become the world's leading business platform. And we want to provide people with wonderful opportunities so that they can start anywhere, wherever they are, okay? And not only that, and this is what I love most about the company and most about the founders, is that it's a business that we have built with love. And with that, it has been something fundamental to Nu Skin that they share in the humanitarian efforts around the world. What founders have done is that they have developed a foundation called the Nu Skin Force for Good Foundation. And through this foundation, they have been able to provide millions of meals to children all around the world. You see those little Vitameal packets that those girls are holding? Those are actually nutritional meals that can feed a child for a month. Think about that. because the core at the heart of our company, it's not just about the money. You know, once you make the money, other things become more important. And that's what we see with our founders, is that they really have this global mission to change the world by helping people make money and then helping them make an impact. All right? Think about that. Making money and also making an impact. And then finally, compensation. Let's talk about that. Where's the money, right? Because when we talk about business, obviously it has to go hand in hand with money. And I want to give you a brief overview, because in a little bit today, you'll get a more detailed presentation on where the money comes from. So I don't want to go into too much detail on that. But basically, we make money in 3 ways: share, build, and lead. So share is just very simple. You have the product, you share it with another customer, and the customer buys the product, you make your money. Build, that's the middle part of the compensation plan. Build is where you actually start building out an organization of other people who are sharing the business and the products as well. Over time, this leadership will help you generate additional income as you start on your Nu Skin journey. And then finally, lead. Lead is where you will be at the top of the compensation plan with our company. Because in every business, you know, you start from an employee, and then with your growth, you become a manager, and then subsequently maybe department head, CEO, something similar to that. And so in our business, we really are paid for leadership, because a lot of people, when they start this business, they don't know how to begin, where to start. And so the better you become at leading them on really developing their best potential, the better you will be able to earn the incomes that you deserve. We all start at the same starting point, not really knowing how to start, how to begin. But if you know that this is a business that you want to learn and grow in, and you commit yourself and you go through the trainings, eventually you will move through that compensation plan. Now, you see all of the different levels that we have here. And the unique thing about Nu Skin is that at each generation, you are earning the same percentage. And so that same percentage equates out to be huge once the numbers come in. I'm not going to go into too much details, but I don't think that there's very many companies out there on the market that allow for that same 5%, 6 generations deep. And so think about that as you think about where the money comes from in this business. So let's talk about where the numbers are. Now, when I pull up this chart, automatically, all of your eyes will go to the far right-hand side of the screen, right? That's what I did when I went to my first presentation with Nu Skin. I saw, wow, $34,000 a month, people. $34,000 a month. So that I think that in traditional businesses, it's very hard for us to work for a company or to build a business where we're able to have that type of earnings potential. And obviously, to make $34,000 a month, it requires a lot of effort, a lot of work, just like anything else. I mean, I deal with clients every day, and one of my practice areas is bankruptcy. And I see people really just 40 hours a week killing themselves for $3,000 or $4,000 a month. So if this is something that you want to build, and you're looking at that far right-hand side of the compensation plan, and you're like, I like that number, it is totally something that you can work and build towards. I don't think that it's very easy to do that in traditional businesses. You could work for a company your entire lives, maybe not even see any numbers that are close to that. And so what I want you to get from this screen is to think about the possibilities, because in this business, you'll get out what you put in. And obviously, I want to stress that money doesn't fall from the sky. No, in no business, money will fall from the sky. The people that are at that far right-hand spectrum, that blue diamond income, They are people that are taking this as a serious business, that are working full time, that are training themselves, training their leaders, and that's how they got there. But I want you to keep the idea that if you did that, that it's possible. And I want you to think about, if you did that in your job right now, would that be possible? If you were giving 100, 200% in your job, could you ever reach that number? If the answer is no, maybe it's time to make a shift. Maybe it's time to devote some of your time to this other business. And then success trips. And I'm almost towards the end of my presentation, but the other bonus that we get as Nu Skin distributors is the success trips that they reward you on for achieving certain milestones in the business. And through the years, these trips have gotten bigger and better. They're taking their distributors all around the world so that they can enjoy the fantastic growth of their business. And the most beautiful thing about our Nu Skin business is that every day you've got all of the leaders in the company, all of the execs in there thinking, planning, brainstorming. How do we make it easier for our people? How do we make it better for our people? So I say that the fact that you are here today on this Saturday, and the fact that you're listening to this opportunity at this place and this time, it means that there's been no better time than it has been in before. Things are much, much simpler to qualify than it was before. And so you may think, oh, I'm new, it may be too late, but there is still time. And these trips, it's not happening, once every few years. No, folks, it's every 6 months you can qualify for a trip to exotic destinations. Yeah, they had trips to Africa, Punta Cana. The next trip is to Hawaii. So many opportunities. Now, I had worked for 5 years as a policy analyst, and I tried to do my best, perform well. And my husband worked for the U.S. Army, and he was there for 15 years. And to reward him for his success, they gave him a coin and a certificate and a pizza party. That nowhere compares to these exotic trips. So if your company has not rewarded you with a trip, maybe it's time to take a shift as well, all right? And then finally, timing. There are moments in our lives when we have opportunities that come knock on our door, and it's whether or not we choose to answer them and take that leap. Now, during these special times, people are seeing that there's no security, that there always needs to be a backup plan, that there is always a way to make money in different side hustles. And with a company that supports us the way that they do, with the acceleration of the market and the new devices that will be coming out, this is your time. If you have always been kind of on the edge, always scared to step in, kind of testing the waters, now is the time. Because with this opportunity, there's such a low capital investment, there's such low risk, and all it takes is time and commitment from you to make these phenomenal incomes. Now, with any other type of business, I tell you, employees, infrastructure, capital overhead, that's the risk that you're at to take other different opportunities. But here at Nu Skin, we don't require all of that. We require committed people that are willing to learn. And during these times, if that's what you have, that is your foundation to success. Finally, by now you may say, I'm liking it, but I've never done business before. I don't understand anything about beauty. I don't understand anything about sales. How can I do this business? I don't even know how to use Zoom. You saw me, I couldn't even get onto the PowerPoint, but I was able to learn. And that's what we provide you here today. This event here today is a learning experience. And not only that, we have so many incredible leaders at our company in various different languages, various different markets that are providing you with the support and leadership that you need in order to succeed in this business. We had monthly trainings, we have Facebook training groups, we have coaches and support. So all of the things that you need to get started in your business for free. Let me emphasize that, for free. I don't know about how other businesses that, but for me, if I were to go to a continuing legal education class, CLE, if I wanted to have some type of mentor or leadership, everyone is like, show me the money, right? You want me to train you? Pay $5,000. You want me to enhance your skills? Pay this, pay that, but not with the New Skin culture, not with our business, and not with the leaders that we have. So with that, I'll go ahead and close out my presentation. And I hope that this provides you with a broad overview of what you need. Thanks so much for following this presentation. And with that, I'll turn the time over to Liada.